And welcome to the Deeper Thinking Podcast. I'm Holly, your narrator, here to guide you through today's journey with just the right touch of digital charm. Today we're unwrapping something truly special. Christmas is a time of lights and laughter, of giving and gathering, but beneath the surface it holds layers of meaning that often go unexplored. Together we'll take a closer look at the ideas, emotions and traditions that shape this season. The act of giving pulses at the heart of Christmas, its rhythm timeless and yet deeply human. There is undeniable joy in the exchange of gifts, the anticipation, the delighted reactions, the way a carefully chosen present becomes a tangible symbol of affection. Yet, alongside the joy comes a tension, the societal pressures to get it right, the commercialization that overshadows authenticity, and the inevitable question, why do we give? At its core, is giving truly selfless, or is it always part of a greater societal dance? The roots of gift giving stretch deep into human history, entwined with the cultural concept of reciprocity. Anthropologists define reciprocity as the mutual exchange of goods or services, a practice fundamental to the social fabric of early human societies. The act of giving was not transactional but relational, meant to build alliances, solidify bonds, or sustain communities. The exchange wasn't always immediate or equal, but it was always meaningful. For example, in the tradition of generalized reciprocity, seen in close-knit communities, gifts are given without an expectation of direct repayment. This mirrors the idealized image of Christmas, parents giving freely to children, friends surprising each other with acts of kindness, all motivated by love rather than obligation. In contrast, balanced reciprocity, a more formalized exchange where gifts are of equal value, reflects the reality of many modern Christmas rituals, where social expectations subtly dictate the need to match generosity. Finally, negative reciprocity, involving an imbalance where one party gives more than they receive, can foster feelings of guilt or inadequacy, particularly during a season steeped in societal pressures. Deeper purpose of giving is not material, it is symbolic. A means to express care, reinforce relationships, and signal belonging. The act itself becomes a narrative, saying, I value you, you are part of my circle. Historically, gift-giving at Christmas reflects both sacred and social meanings. Early Christian traditions adopted the practice from pagan rituals, such as the Roman Saturnalia, where tokens were exchanged as gestures of goodwill. The story of the Magi bringing gifts to the infant Jesus elevated this act, intertwining it with themes of reverence and devotion. Yet, in the modern era, the practice often teeters on the edge of consumerism, with gifts sometimes viewed as commodities rather than symbols. This consumer-driven approach has not gone unchallenged. In recent years, there has been a cultural shift toward intentionality and simplicity. Many are returning to the essence of generalized reciprocity by embracing minimalist giving, prioritizing handmade items, shared experiences, or charitable donations over extravagant purchases. These gestures align more closely with the relational roots of giving, focusing on connection rather than consumption. At its heart, the philosophy of giving is less about the physical exchange and more about the emotions and intentions behind it. When a gift resonates with sincerity, when it reflects thoughtfulness and care, it transcends its material value. Such gifts strengthen bonds and create shared meaning, acting as a bridge between individuals. As we reflect on the act of giving this Christmas, perhaps we should not ask whether our giving is selfless, but whether it is sincere. Through sincerity, giving returns to its anthropological roots as an expression of love, community, and belonging. In this light, Christmas becomes a season not of transactional exchange, but of transformative connection, a time to honor the relationships that make us human. Regardless of the context, Christmas has woven itself into the fabric of diverse societies, adopting new meanings while retaining its iconic symbols. In Japan, Christmas has taken on an entirely secular and romantic identity. It is less a holy day and more a celebration of love, joy, and indulgence. Couples exchange gifts, enjoy festive meals, often featuring KFC, and marvel at dazzling light displays. Christmas trees and Santa Claus have become fixtures of the season, embodying the holiday spirit without any ties to religion. China offers another fascinating example. While Christmas is not a traditional holiday, its symbols, trees, lights, and even Santa Claus have gained popularity in urban areas. Peace apples, given on Christmas Eve, are a playful reinterpretation of the holiday, rooted more in linguistic puns than in religious tradition. Shopping malls and city centres, decked out in festive decor, provide spaces for people to embrace the joy and community of the season, often with little knowledge of its Christian origins. In India, Christmas serves both religious and cultural purposes. While Christians celebrate it with midnight mass and family feasts, the holiday has also been adopted by non-Christians as a time to gather, exchange gifts, and enjoy the festive atmosphere. Christmas trees, stars, and lights adorn homes, streets, and marketplaces, becoming symbols of unity and celebration that transcend faith. Similarly, in South Korea and Thailand, countries where Christianity is a minority religion, Christmas is celebrated more as a public or cultural event than a religious one. Streets glow with elaborate light displays, holiday markets bustle with activity, and Santa Claus makes appearances to delight children. Here, Christmas is about joy and community, blending local traditions with global symbols. These examples showcase how Christmas symbols, Santa Claus, trees, lights, have become universal, serving as emblems of joy, generosity, and renewal. Yet, in some ways, commercialization has expanded the reach of Christmas, making it accessible to people of all backgrounds. Decorations, gift exchanges, and public celebrations provide opportunities for shared experiences, even in places where Christmas has no traditional or religious significance. For families who gather around a beautifully decorated tree or share laughter while shopping for gifts, these commercial symbols become touch points of connection and happiness. Furthermore, the act of giving, often spurred by holiday sales or advertising, remains central to the season's meaning. Whether a gift is a handcrafted token of affection or a store-bought item wrapped in shiny paper, the thought behind it often matters more than its origin. While it's true that marketing can sometimes overwhelm quieter aspects of the holiday, it can also amplify its joy. A Christmas tree lit up in a public square, a child's excitement over a toy, or the warmth of a bustling holiday market are all examples of how commercialism contributes to the holiday's magic. Ultimately, Christmas remains a celebration of shared human values. Its symbols, whether deeply religious or delightfully secular, speak to universal themes of generosity, connection, and hope. At its core, Christmas aligns with our intrinsic desire for connection. The glow of lights, for instance, mimics natural patterns that comfort the brain. Researchers have found that the warmth of candlelight or twinkling bulbs stimulates the release of serotonin, enhancing mood and evoking feelings of safety and coziness. These lights become more than decoration. They are symbols of hope in the darkest time of year. Music, too, serves as a potent emotional trigger. The repetition of holiday carols across generations creates what psychologists call musical nostalgia. These songs are auditory time capsules, connecting us to the past and fostering a sense of continuity. This emotional grounding fosters a sense of belonging, a connection not only to our own memories but to a collective cultural experience. Yet, joy during Christmas is rarely uncomplicated. The same nostalgia that warms our hearts also carries a shadow. It reminds us of what has changed, loved ones lost, traditions faded, milestones unmet. This duality is what makes Christmas so uniquely powerful. It combines joy with reflection, happiness with longing. It's a paradox. We are drawn to the bittersweetness of the season because it reflects the complexity of life itself. At its core, the psychology of Christmas is not about relentless joy or uniform cheer. It's about the interplay of light and shadow, anticipation and imperfection, connection and solitude. This emotional complexity is what makes Christmas endure. It is not a one-dimensional celebration. It is a reflection of our humanity in all its contradictions. So what can we take from this? Perhaps the lesson is not to strive for an idealized holiday, but to embrace Christmas as it unfolds. Messy, imperfect, and beautiful in its authenticity. The tangled lights, the slightly burnt cookies, the imperfectly chosen gift, these are not failures, but testaments to the effort and love we pour into the season, and the ways we weave ourselves into the lives of others. Until next time.